Hello, I do podcast.
Yeah.
So why a Thunderbird?
I think it was just when he bought the first one. It was,
That was the first one, 68.
yeah, he bought that one. Actually, take that back. I think it was 69.
He lost phone privileges after that one.
Just push the button on the side. It's still on.
That's funny.
How do you like turn it off of?
There,
Whoa.
it's off now. Go to pull down the top. Pull down again. There you
We're
go.
figuring this one out.
Vibrate. There you go.
Whoa. So the T-Bird, he got the first 68, and ever since then, you were just like, T-Birds are my
Yeah.
thing?
Pretty much.
What about them?
That was, it's a big car. It's a big car. It's 429. You know, you could get it 2-door, 4-door at the time. So when he had a 68, he bought it just for a winter beater, just something he could drive in the winter, and then it just became a better car.
What year did he get his? Was it in 68?
No,
Got
no,
it out
this
of
is-
factory as a beater?
No, he bought this. I think it was like in, shoot, I would say probably 83 or 84.
Okay.
And then he drove it down to Kansas, and we lived down there. And then after he got his, and I ended up buying a 71 T-Bird.
Same time frame he did?
Pretty close. That was my first car. Paid $1,500 for it,
Dang.
but it was
Was it-
429 in it. But it was a 4-door car. It had suicide back doors.
So they opened up?
No, they
Or
opened out
Right.
like this. You didn't dare open them up when you drive down the road. It might rip them off.
Oh my goodness. Literally.
Yeah, had a big back seat and stuff in it.
You guys like to move around during a podcast a lot.
That's why I want to see if like moving around, because those are noise canceling.
Yeah. If it'll pick that up.
It'll pick it up.
In the sound deadening and stuff, well.
Well,
And the
no,
The
carpet.
hammers and stuff. I want to see if that picks up. That's what I'm kind of
Cheeky. That's cool.
See if I'm moving around. See if it'll pick up. So just keep going.
Right.
Yeah,
So this is all a big test.
yeah.
So I'm like super into this conversation. So like, shh. Actually,
Quiet on set.
man, go.
And action.
So, how did that evolve into Mustangs? Like Mustangs seem to be your thing.
I don't know if it's much. I think it's just the Ford part. I don't know why I even got into Ford stuff so much, because my dad, he didn't care really what it was. If it was something he thought was good, he bought it.
Used it.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, but
Is-
they had bought, some Ford stuff too. The Country Squire wagon that we had was a '73, I do believe.
Hmm.
But,
Well, what was it like in the 70s?
what was it like?
Yeah. I mean, I imagine everyone's coming out with badass cars. You can.
Yeah, '70s, everything kind of, because you
Died
had the
down.
Mustang too, and there wasn't a whole lot as far as, because early '70s when everything kind of died off as far as power stuff,
Why?
gas. Everybody's worried about gas prices, and it happens every 10 years. Like everybody says, there's always something that happens every 10 years.
Hmm.
Some crisis. Ran out of oil in the early '70s. Everybody's lining up to get gas. That's where all the foreign cars came into play, because they get better gas mileage, and then they started making all the smaller cars. But just trying to get people to start wasting gas.
I like who was that when we were in Colorado? Was that
That was my uncle.
yeah, what your uncle said? I
Yeah.
like that. He said, life was simple back then. All you needed was your GTO, a blonde on one side, and a cigarette and a beer in the other, or whatever it was.
Sitting on the hood of his car.
Yep. And it's just like, it's that simple. It's literally that simple.
Yep.
If you were confused, there's your answer. Get all three of those, and then come back and tell me if you still got issues.
Yep. Yeah. I think that would be a good one too. You could drag him out here,
That'd be cool.
sit him here.
I think the older the better.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd never even used technology.
Yeah.
Perfect. Here's a mic. Tell us all about it.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
Marrow would have been a good one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you could have got him, and he from the 50s, and probably I don't even remember when he was born, but he was, you know, he would have been a good, because he's a car person through and through.
Mm.
But for him, it didn't matter what it was either, as long as he thought it was cool.
And so was your T-Bird fast? 429?
429.
That's a big motor.
Oh, it moved pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what was different from that 429 to the 427 on this? Because I assume it's not going to be the same.
No, I think the 428. I think it had more of the horsepower part of it, better engine wise on it.
But it wasn't much different?
No, I don't think there was a whole lot of difference in it.
Like maybe 80 horsepower?
Yeah, probably.
That's good.
I know mine when I had carburetor trouble, I put a 750 Holly tail pumper on it. And I remember leaving work, a friend of mine was with me, and he was giving me trouble. And I pulled the choke a little bit, and I just hammered that so much to the floor, and the front end went up in the air. Went to turn the corner, and it wasn't turning. It just kept wanting to go straight, and I let off of that sucker, and down she went, bent the mud flaps back, and it's like, holy shit.
That's badass. So did you ever get into drifting or racing?
No.
Just daily drive, enjoy the experience?
Yeah.
Kind of like a Sunday cruise?
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, you know, gas wasn't $4 a gallon either.
It's miles per gallon. To the way I see it, it doesn't matter the price, it matters the impact.
Yeah.
On the environment. I'm joking.
Yeah. Yeah. I think after my 71 got hit, but I ended up buying a 68 T-Bird from my shop teacher.
Silver?
No, it was green.
Camo? Like what kind of green?
I think call it dark, like a dark forest green.
Sure, okay, that's good.
Yeah, it was a 2-door. Had the same 429 in it. But that thing would
Scoot?
hot too.
What's the fastest you've ever gone out of the United States on the Autobahn?
Probably
25.
it was in a Viper.
Of a Dodge Viper?
Yeah. I wasn't driving it, but it was, I think it was like 140.
Where? Actually, never mind.
It's been so long ago, it wouldn't matter anyway.
All right.
But yeah, that's about the fastest.
Was it like the 90s Viper?
Yeah, it was one of the first ones.
How'd you get into that? Like, how did you?
It was a friend of mine up in Fremont. He bought it and took me for a ride in it. Yeah, it was pretty fast.
Yeah.
Back then, I mean, it was like 140 miles an hour.
That's fast.
Yeah.
Good acceleration.
Oh yeah.
Black.
It was red.
Mm.
Typical red. On it.
Dang.
Yeah.
If you get any car now, what would it be?
If I had the money to buy any of them, it'd probably be a new Ford GT.
Why?
Because that just looks freaking cool as hell.
What about it?
Just the way it's designed.
Just the exterior or everything?
Exterior, probably the whole thing. Yeah.
And like what aspects? I love the body of it.
I guess because it's a lot different than what everybody else has got. You know,
It is.
obviously it came first, and of course, then look at GM and the Corvette, they had to go kind of make the same, similar.
Recently?
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard
the
about
new
that.
Corvette's a mid-engine car stuff.
So Corvette and Ford are some of the only, or not Corvette, but Chevy, so to say, and Ford are the only, out of Dodge and Chevy and Ford. Dodge isn't really making any race cars like that right now.
No, they don't have nothing.
Yeah, so it's just really Ford and Chevy out of those
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah, because you know they dumped the Camaro. After this year, that's it. No more Camaro.
You think that'll live out? I feel
Well,
like they'll bring it back.
maybe somewhere down the line, as long as they don't get stupid and put batteries in it, it'll be all right.
I don't think the battery phase will last. I think eventually they'll figure it out and it'll be efficient. But I think people want that American muscle feel.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when we were at Husker Harvest Days and you put the 10-year-old in the Camaro and said start it up, it's not about the fact that it's a car and it can move. It's the feeling of when you turn on the motor and you feel that bitch roar up, it just does something to you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's about the way it is. Obviously, that's why like Xavier likes when he drives his car. It's loud. He can get it. So.
Well, I was pretty happy with that.